been meaning to get some footage of this ingenious method of throwing out your garbage at this Airbnb, so watch up, this is gold. So two-storey house, you bring the garbage out from the kitchen, you come down here and you look down to where the bins are. Okay, you grab this rope and you pull on the rope to lift the bin leader up, and then you pick up your bag of rubbish and rubbish put away. Voila! Starting to run into a problem with bin liners, you see. These plastic bags have been banned in Australia. I don't know whether it was voluntary or by legislation, but the supermarkets, as of a week ago, are no longer providing these plastic bags. So in this case, I think this is my last plastic bag. We'll store the sugar in a container instead. This bag will be used to line the bin, but then I'm going to have to start buying bin liners. At least the bin liners can be biodegradable, but somebody's going to make a lot of money out of making biodegradable plastic bags or reusable bags. It won't take long to change habits, but it's a shift we're all going to have to make. Yummy. Breakfast out with the girls. Acai bowls and baked eggs on the non-vegan side of the table.
Felt like I had a lot on my plate this coming week, and I just wanted to do a planning session, so I have actually sat outdoors here at Coolum Oz Fitness while the girls have been in the gym, and I've done my plan. So I've got a new format for my dump list for the week. I've got projects up here and up to 4 projects at a time. Actions, personal professional development, stuff for promotion and profiles, stuff for marketing and business development, and then people and partnerships, which I've divided into work and personal. I've cross-checked and aligned that with my to-do list on my computer. And then something I don't normally do, I've actually planned everything in from a 6 a.m. start every day through to getting myself off to bed by 10 o'clock. I've blocked out chunks of time to do stuff to see if it's going to work. It's like a capacity management approach. Yeah, it's getting tight, but I have planned in personal time. I've planned in a reasonable bedtime, time with family, time with the girls this week. So it's not insane. I think it's doable if I stop working on chunks of activity. I think this week and next week are going to be really busy, but then I think I'm through the crazy push, and I don't have too many big commitments coming up for a couple of months after that, and I want to keep it that way. I need a little break on this trip.
Wow, has anyone told you two girls that it's actually winter?
No.
Are you warm over there, Jess? You warm? Yeah? So while the girls sun themselves, I'm taking a little bit of time to start preparing for a session that I'm running at the Learning While Working online conference, just virtual sessions on the 18th of July. So basically done a big brain dump onto a stack of sticky notes and starting to organise those into buckets: shifts impacting L&D, how we go about creating value, 70-20-10, and then the big one, preparing L&D. And then this big one at the end, which will probably be at least half of the session, preparing L&D. But I'm going to start with how we work before looking at mindset and literacies, and then build up to the, well, what skills do we need to have and how should we? What's interesting for me is that it was actually really quick to do this big brain dump. This session is pulling together things I've been working on, learning, thinking about for the past 6 to 12 months into one coherent message. The other thing that I'm really curious about was that I went into the preparation thinking this session was all about what skills do L&D need into the future, but there's actually a lot that you have to consider before you get to that point, and it's as much around how we work and mindset. This is kind of like a big aha moment for me. I mean, I kind of knew it, but it's easy to skip over it, to focus on skills first. So I'm really pleased to have gotten that insight very quickly. I'm going to start putting a skeleton presentation. So I've started building the PowerPoint, popped a little diagram of the structure in there, and just starting to pull together ideas and resources into one place for potential inclusion in the presentation. And I also popped a post on LinkedIn sharing the proposed structure and asking people some questions to let me know what they think and whether they've got any specific approaches, models or sources, any questions that might improve it.
We've come to Buderim Forest to check out the waterfall.
And that's not so my toothbrush anymore.
It's very pretty through the forest.
What?
I don't think it's a very long walk. What a beautiful dappled sunlight afternoon. Getting closer. Here's the falls. Are they actually getting in? Oh, slowly. Keira was brave. Jess isn't quite so sure. I've been doing a little more work. I'm starting to get ready for a client workshop, doing my first workshop with this new client on Friday in Sydney. So I've got to start getting some preparation done with the learning team leader, but I'm going to leave it at that for the day.